Very easy. I am not a brave person. I just wanted to do resin really, really bad. That's the only reason I actually am doing this. So if I can do it, you can do it, I promise you. And if you've never used a kitchen torch before, resin torch, whatever you want to call it, it's real simple. It's little bottles of butane, and it just goes right into that little hole. It just like that, and the instructions are right on the box. And then you open that, click the little button, and sometimes you have to do it a few times before it lights. And then you just lower the flame down with this knob, like that. And then just close it when you're done. So now if you don't want to use a torch, you can use like a heat gun or like the alcohol mist over the top. But at times I have misted the alcohol over the top, and a bigger dropped in normal came out and had made a divot. So bummer. You just have to sand resin again, if it matters to you. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does. Alright, so what I've got is 2 little cups with marks on them that I just put there. Equal parts of A and B. Trust me, not rocket science. If it had to do with math, I would not be doing this. So, well, it's pouring like it's a little bit warmer. Maybe I'll just go slightly under that mark. That would be plenty. Okay, there's our part B, and it does look a little yellow. Good thing I have yellows and greens and stuff in here, because it normally, if it looks like this, it still doesn't mean it's gonna be yellow. It just sometimes yellow's in its little container. I don't know why. I don't have them in the sun. You should not have them in the sun. Here's your part A. So it's just half and half. And of course I didn't go all the way up to the line, so that's interesting. So now I've got to just kind of eyeball it, but that'll be okay. I mean, yes, it should be, you know, even, but it's not gonna, if you get off a little bit, it still will be fine. Trust me. I know, everyone, it's a scary thing at first. If you've never resined and you're hesitant, but you want to, please try it. It's worth it. That's all I gotta say. It's worth the fun. Let me see how close we are. All right, we're pretty close, and they feel kind of warm. I'm so excited about that. You see some bubbles in this one. You're gonna see a lot of bubbles soon. So, and then all you do is you pour, oh, which one was the thicker? You pour the thicker one in last. So here's the thinner. And then the thicker just goes right on into it. I'm way over where you can't see probably, so sorry. That way the thick just goes right through the thin. You can tell when you're pouring which is thick and which is thin. I just forgot to look. Alright, now I have stir sticks someplace, and really you should be using silicone, not wood, just because of the fact that wood will actually create more air bubbles because of the air holes that's in it. As I use wood, so. Now, my sister says you should stir back and forth like this, and it makes sense because you can't whip it that way, you know what I'm saying? Because when I start going like this, I start off nice and slow, and then I'm like, anyway, and just start like whipping it like you're whipping eggs. So don't do that. Just keep patiently stirring. So yeah, you can see all of the strings. See them? It's really stringy. So you're just going to keep stirring all of those strings out. And as you do, you'll see it getting clearer and clearer. And then once you don't see any more string in there, any of those strands, then you can set it aside for a few minutes. That's when I'm going to try and figure out how exactly I'm going to do this piece. Well, I have to look at it. I could do the back first, but that's the part that's bowing up, and I'm afraid it will just continue to bow up. I was trying to think, is it going to unbow if I wet it down with this or not? If it's just going to be the chemical reaction and that tightening that happens. I don't know. It's a mystery. It's getting better. See, even with the wood stir stick, it'll still work. You just have to maybe fight a little bit more on the bubbles, but don't worry. It's going to be all right. I tell myself. Anyway, Sherry's studio, I just envy. It's so clean. I don't know how. And not only clean, she is so organized. She's like, oh, spatulas? This drawer. Oh, powders? Over here. I'm like, please. I'm like, let's see. Oh, here's a spatula. But seriously, I need to glean a little bit more of that organization, and I can see why it's a benefit in so many ways. One, I'm not rebuying a product that I already have that can't find. And two, it's just a much more enjoyable experience. I'm all for that, all for that. Okay, we're getting to the less strings, more clear. I still see some strings. Thank you. Oh, my mermaid portrait. No, but thanks for asking. She is still unfinished. We've passed a year mark, and I'm still just embellishing. She's my living therapy art when I need a break. I just go and put some more stuff on it. But thank you. Thanks, Shannon. I am going to start selling some pieces. I don't usually. I paint for backstock because I'm trying to open a new studio soon, brick and mortar, so I want product already done. But there is a Unicorn Spit extravaganza coming up in Kansas City, I believe sometime around August. And I really want to go. So I thought I could sell a few of my pieces towards that goal. So I think I just sold one piece. Okay, I think that's stringless enough. I'm going to pull this wood piece out and throw it away for now. And take these off. Get a sip of coffee and a little bit of this while this sits there for a second. Get some coffee, guys. I'm going to run over there and grab that Lazy Susan, and I'll show you. My sister, Sherry, that gave me the gloves and I arted with, she found this little 10-inch Lazy Susan, and then I arted it with Unicorn Spit, and then she resined it, and also she felted the bottom, so it's nice. And then her husband sanded all of this, so that was fabulous. Isn't that so pretty? And that's Unicorn Spit. It's just a gel stain. And I just love painting with it. So anyway, I believe this is already sold, but I'm not sure because he hasn't got back to me. But Yay! Thank you for my subscribers. Thank you, Sherry Carr. You renewed your subscription. My bell broke, guys. My little ringy bell. So, welcome. I'm playing with your gloves. Woo woo. Oh, I love this song. It's Ed Williams, my brother. So Sherry said you could put it on both ways, either way. I don't think it really matters. I'm going to go so thin on this. Good morning. I talked to my phone. I should be talking to you. Whatever. All right, I'm just going to put them on normal. All right. Now I have leveled this table. Tested it. But you know what? Before we actually pour, I'm going to check it again because, you know, me. So you just get a level. And the only thing I do, hold on, I can't see something. I can't accept anything today because of resin. Okay, so what I do on the level is I just make sure that it's straight in the middle bubble. So I set it this way on the table and then I turn it and I set it this way. So this way, if it's in the middle, yay. And it is. And it is. So at least I know in the middle of this table is leveled. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my small level and I'm going to put that on my mermaid. And it looks level. Now I know it's got a little bit of a bow to it, so I'm not sure how it's going to go. I don't know if it's going to keep bowing and we're going to end up with a bowl. Whatever. Let's do this. That's what I love about art, is you just never know. See, you see all the bubbles have come to the top. So we're going to give it another stir all the way around the edges, all at the bottom. Now, this mermaid was sprayed with a sealer one time. And then I kind of kept painting around on her. So with Unicorn Spit, to reactivate it, all you need is to get your brush damp. So that's a beautiful thing. It's also, if you don't seal it, you have the possibility of losing it. But, you know, at this point, I don't care because I'm going to paint over her anyway, probably. We'll see. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of bubbles in here. That's all right. As long as I don't see strings, I'm pretty happy with the with the bubbles. I think it's pretty well stirred up. There's a lot of resin right there. All right, whatever. I'm just going to pour it in the middle and see what happens. I want you guys to see this. Yeah, that's going to be cool. It just so comes to life under resin, does it not? It's just gorgeous. Just let the resin flow over it. I was concerned because I didn't know how much of this is going to move around. So far, so good. I'm pretty happy. Now the resin is self-leveling, so if you get your spot level, and if your piece is a level piece, it'll be nice and even. If not, like this, there will be a thicker resin in the middle because it's kind of bowed like this. So the middle is going to be thicker and then it'll thin out as it gets to the edge. If I don't put enough on, the edge may just kind of sink in and then I'll get those little orange peely looking bumps. It's no big deal because I'm going to re-resin this anyway and that'll just cover. You don't even have to sand those. You can just pour another layer of resin over that and you won't even see that. Alright, so it's stayed long enough. I see bubbles coming to the top. Thank you for the rose, guys. Thank you. Thanks for the watch. Oh my gosh, 4,700. You're killing it for the hearts. Thank you. It was kind of scary getting back in here today, but I was more excited than anything, I think. Alright, so I'm seeing lots of bubbles. I'm going to get my torch and see if I can get some gone. She's turning kind of orangey. I think some things are shifting around and I'm beginning to see some stuff I thought I had hidden. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so the torch again, if it's a little brulette, whatever cooking torch, it's just this. Touch that igniter switch and hold it, then do that. If it's not going to light, then open the valve a little bit, this valve, and try it again. Just once you hear that, you know something's coming out. Just keep doing it. It'll get there. Then lower it, and you can release your thumb off of that if you want. Okay, and I'm just going to go over the top of it, about 4 or 3 inches or so off of it, back and forth. Just basically keep it moving. I just want to pop those bubbles. It may be really kind of cold in here. I can see the bubbles I'm not wanting to pop well. Also because it may not have been sealed very well. And wood, if you don't seal it, all of those air bubbles from the pores come up of the wood. So let's see what happens when we pour it on top of the non-sealed unicorn spit. If we lose it all, that's fine. Every once in a while, just hitting it. I know you don't want to work past a certain time. All of that information is on your bottle. So just do you. That's what I would say. Okay, I'm flipping it over on this side, I think. But read and follow all the directions and blah, blah, blah. All right, so here we go. Let's put this one right here. I wonder if I can do it the same way we did the last, because that was cool. Just right in the middle. Look how pretty. Now this one is not sealed at all. The other one was like half sealed. Hold on, more. This is all unicorn spit on this one. Unicorn spit on Artistic Vivations. It's a gel stain, non-toxic, no latex and no acrylic. It's just a gel stain. Jasmine scented and lemongrass. I am an affiliate, so on my profile pages and such, you'll find a link. If you've never tried it and you want to, I would be thrilled to be your first. Okay, this is turning out absolutely gorgeous, if I may say so myself. There. Ready? It's a pretty big flame. Try and keep it moving. As long as you keep it moving, you'll be all right. Also, I know it feels like you're gonna burn it, but you're not. On the white spots, if you have white acrylic paint underneath the resin, or even the white unicorn spit or anything like that, white will burn if you stay on it too long. So keep it moving, keep it higher off of your whites. If it burns, it just is gonna turn brown. Or various colors, depending. Still cool, still worth the try. So I'm gonna hit this again. The resin I used, so this has been my go-to for resin pieces forever. And I've tried a lot of resins. It's Promarine. However, Promarine switched and has now got Promise. And I've heard good things on Promise. I haven't got any. So I can't tell you yay or nay. Lifetime, it was fabulous. Sherry, thank you for all those beautiful gifts and stuff. That was just beyond. Spoiled me. It was so neat to see everybody. And Ed, he just cracks me up. He said we're still going to do a stand-up, him and I'm like, I'm in. So whatever, it's going to be fun. But I love you all very much. And I hope you have a great day. And thank you so much for the supports and the love and the likes and everything. Gleason TD, Shannon Romero, Sherry, all of you all, Jamie. I know you're gone, but thank you. And happy birthday, Erica Ray.